In this problem, we're going to find out the speed of an object, and all the concept that we need is the concept of kinetic energy. So just to recall that any object, any moving object has a kinetic energy. Let's call this object is moving with a speed v and has mass m. Then the kinetic energy will be given by half mv squared. That's the equation. Just remember this equation. Kinetic energy is half mv squared. So we have a boat has a mass of 10 kilograms. So let's write down all the given values. mb, that stands for the mass of the boat, 10 kilogram, and moves with a speed of 10 meter per second. 10 meter per second. And then there's a smaller object which has a mass of 2 kilogram. It's given the mass of the object is 2 kilogram, and it does have the same kinetic energy as this object here. Then, and we need to find out what is the speed of this smaller object. The condition is the kinetic energy of the boat, this boat, is exactly equal to the kinetic energy of this object here. So let's write down the equation now. The kinetic energy, the formula is half mv squared. We just mentioned that the kinetic energy is given by half mv squared. So we started with this equation here, half, and this is for the boat. So we chose to write down the mass of the boat and the speed of the boat squared. Half, that's the mass of the object. The VO squared, that's the speed of the object. This half and this half cancels out. The mass of the boat is given 10 kilogram. The speed is 10 and it is a square, so we square it. The mass of the object is 2 and the speed we need to find it out. So just one minor mistake here, this has to be MO because we're going to find out, this has to be VO. So this is VO squared, this is the VO squared, and this is the VO squared. So we're going to solve for the VO squared, that's the speed of the smaller object. So solve for it, so 10 times 10 squared divided by 2, and if you do the math, the number you will get is 22.36 meter per second. And make sure that you're going to take the square root, or in other words, I can do one more step, that is VB will be 10 times 10 squared divided by 2. And the reason is we have a square here. So if you want to solve for VB, you have to take the square root of this number. So that's how we're going to find out the kinetic energy. You see, if you understand the concept of kinetic energy, that you can solve the speed of another object if both objects have the same kinetic energy. So this is it from this video. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe the channel. Thank you very much.